Hey everyone, this is LuckySevenDX. Welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Rangers Shadows of Almia. In the last episode, we took on the oil field hideout where we learned more about Team Dimsun's plans, defeated Mr. Kinsaid, rescued Isaac, and by rescued I mean kind of kidnapped, kind of not. I'm not really sure what it is exactly. And we're now in the Haruba Desert because Keith still needs help getting the yellow gem. Although his message was a little strange. We'll see how that goes later on. But we're here in Haruba Village where a coffee maker coffee vendor, certainly isn't a Starbucks, can't let you brew that, Starbucks. That's not even the right series. He has a Gigaremo that he's mistaken for a coffee machine. He's causing havoc in the village, so we have to find a way to stop it. But before we do that, we're just going to kind of wander around the village a little bit and get to notice people a little bit more. And then we make our way to the place where the yellow gem is stored, and so on and so forth. So you can head up here. Mostly this part of the Haruba Desert. You can't really get anywhere, but you can get ourselves a Skorupi, which is a new Pokemon, and it also has a Jolteon, which Team Dimsun had before. So this is actually where you get the Jolteon for realsies. But we've seen Jolteon and Cacturne before. Team Dimsun had it on the boat already. And it's also a source of getting a Staraptor, which will allow us to basically fly away if we ever need to. By the way, you do have this double charge now, so if I can get to a good spot here, you can see it captures things way faster. That being said, it takes a long time to charge up, so you really have to balance it. It can make boss fights, it can just destroy boss fights in hard Pokemon, but it does take a while to charge up. It does also give you a little bit of extra experience though, so I'm going to try to remember to use it. The thing is, I'm so conditioned not to use it at this point that I have to kind of remember that I have 2 charges now, not just 1. Hi Jolteon, how's it going? I love you too. Alright, whatever, we'll just quickly go ahead and allow Jolteon its time. We should be able to capture it fairly fast as long as it doesn't hit us, which it did. Rude. And of course we just leveled up, so of course this is mildly inconvenient. Okay, go! Go, 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 go. See? Lots of capturing once you have that on your team. It's really nice. So, or once you have that supercharge, so that'll come in handy. It's just, you know, you have to stand still for quite a while. And then we also do have Cacturne already, as you can see. Not Cacturne! There we go. Thank you. So we don't really need to capture that one yet. So we can't really do much else from here, though. We actually have to help the village. We can't leave it in despair for forever. We have to do the ranger thing and help them out, so we'll be doing that in this episode. You don't have to go up there to get a Skorupi, by the way. You can pretty much skip that place entirely. It really has, like, no purpose whatsoever. The Hippopotas are here, by the way. They're hypnotized, but I think that's why there's sand piles here preventing us from heading forward, so... You're the problem all along, mister! You know, you're kind of killing... Why don't you just turn off your machine, please? You're not an evil Team Dimsum member, just turn it off! But no, we actually have to break it, so we need a source of Crush 2. The ironic thing is, Crush 2 can only, in this area, unless you fly around way to get it, it can only be found with the Pseudo-Woodo that I threw away last episode because I thought I didn't need it because I just had gotten my browser and I was pissed off that I wasted time. And then I forgot that, no, you actually do need it for this thing right here because it's a Crush 2. It's the only Crush 2 around here. Sigh! But anyway, the Skorupi that I saw, I didn't finish that thought. There will be plenty in the desert up ahead, so don't worry about getting one there. You'll have plenty of opportunity to get Skorupi if you so desire to have one, which you should at some point. So the people of the village might not necessarily let you in. Well, that one won't let you in. But the other places you can go inside and kind of meet the inhabitants. We have a full house over here. They tell old fairy tales about the King of Almia and the 3 princes. We keep referencing that. The Red Prince, the Yellow Prince, and, well, we already have the Blue Prince, so... The Blue Prince! There has to be some sort of awesome pun here. So, this seems like a vacation family because they seem to be very upset by the sand. And my styler, apparently, as well. Well, Jimmy! I don't really know if your name's Jimmy, but it's now Jimmy. Through the power of protagonism, I dub thee Jimmy. It's mine. Go to Ranger School. That was a really long-winded intro, I suppose. So this person asked about the yellow gem. It's in Hippowdon Temple, so that's where we're going to be heading in this episode. To the Haruba Desert north of here, to the Hippowdon Temple, which is actually a temple shaped like a Hippowdon, if you can imagine. So, interesting, interesting. We will be exploring that very soon, though. So, once we, you know, help out the villagers. So, yeah, he did not like the oil coffee. Probably, sir, drinking oil is probably not... What? Okay. Oh, you're supposed to talk to the lady first. Remember, kids, never talk to children first. They clearly say things in response to things their parents haven't said. And or spoil your secrets. By the way, you can't capture the Hippowdon, or the Hippopotas. Because, well, for reasons that we'll see. We actually won't be able to get one until post-game, essentially. Spoilers, slightly, but there's a reason for that. And actually, there's a reason I should make the Hippopotas a meme now, because that Pokemon will actually play a fairly significant role for me in post-game, as you'll see, but that's spoilers for a later time. I forgot to charge my Stellar again. Let's double charge it. I know it doesn't really matter, but you do get an extra charge for it, or an extra experience bonus for it. If I can talk today, that'd be great. So yeah, I have to get the Pseudo Widow again, because you do get an extra one, right? Okay, it's a charged. Okay, so it's not really extra, I guess. It's just, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's more or if it's extra or anything, but we don't really need Jolteon's Electric 3. We don't need Skorupi for anything, so those two can go away. Skuntank, gonna keep it still because the quest actually will be happening decently soon. I actually finally confirmed it. And then a good source of 4 tackle. And I want to keep the Probopass. It's a good source of 4 crush, if for some reason I ever need it. And otherwise, there's a reason why I want to keep the Probopass, potentially, but it's not the most important thing in the world. But I also like Probopass, and there's nothing better to keep at the moment now. So unless for some reason I ever need a full, group of Pokemon, which I might for the side quest, you never know. In which case I will definitely ditch the Probopass because it's a lot harder. I mean, Torterra has no purpose in being in here other than the fact that it's kind of a pain in the butt to find any source of 4 tackle. Still, there's some pretty easy sources of 4 crush though coming out pretty soon. So, in terms of like the crush, we don't have to really keep Probopass. The tackle might be worth keeping for now, though. And the burn as well, just in case I need any of those. Really, though, yeah, Probopass isn't important. I'm just going to keep it for now, because if I can keep it the whole way, it'll save me some time in the long run. But it's not necessary, so if I have to make room for a Pokemon for quests or something to make quests convenient very soon when I have to do more quests, because they're coming eventually, I might ditch it. So, just a heads up on that. I'm not keeping the Probopass for any specific reason, other than the fact that it's a Crush 4, and it might come in handy in the long run. And even the other Pokemon, not really too important. The Skuntank is important, but we'll deal with that soon enough as well. Just kind of giving you the run of what my plan is here, I guess. Anyway, so now that we've taken care of that, all the Hippopotas leave, and we can and the Sandpaws go away, and the guy might be pissed off that we destroyed his machine, but we'll actually tell him what's up, and we could have just told him what's up and told him to turn it off instead. But no, we have to destroy things before we give explanations. You know the old adage, break first, ask questions later, or give explanations later. It's a good motto. I mean, Link uses it all the time. He breaks pots, and then when people are like, what the hell, you broke my pot? He's like, I was just stealing your money. And they're like, what the hell, it's my money. And then Link's just like, I have a sword. And then they're like, okay. So Henry, the coffee maker, kind of a strange, why even bother including him is the question, but he actually has a role for a quest that's not even really post-game. It's actually like how in Pokemon Ranger we had those Wi-Fi quests that we get. This is actually one of those as well, where you can basically download additional quests, and he's actually part of that. So the reason they're introducing this Henry character is because he's vital in a very strange quest later. Anyway, it's another voicemail from Heath. That's a really good name. So I mean, once again, very strange and possibly even suspicious. So he really wants us to go get an important mission here at the Hippowdon Temple. So let's hurry over there. I mean, Yellow Gem's something we need anyway. The weirdness of Keith, though, we'll figure that out later. So, mission start, by the way, all the people are out now, so, by the way, problem in the Haruba Village is the fact that there's no rain, and it's basically a giant oasis, and everyone's kind of upset about this, so that's actually something that we'll actually be dealing with in the future of the game here, so, it'll actually be a relevant quest in the future, so, I guess, once again, precursor to potential quests at some point, so, yeah, someone completely different explained this to us. Apparently, even Haruba Village, even Alchu's given up on Haruba Village. Poor guys. They didn't deserve this. By the way, who's this lady inside here? She's not even here! Then who answered the door? Who was it? It's a ghost. Ghostbusters! No, okay. It's actually, I think if I remember correctly, it's probably the lady over here who told us about outro, but whatever. We've met enough of the villagers. Let's go to Hippowdon Temple. We could, like, say, they could be all like, yeah! Oh, hey, you're new. Forming, like, a triangle here. It's kind of interesting how they have, like, the 3 kids in this red, blue, and yellow. It's kind of a little bit of a thing. So they're trying to evoke rain, basically, bring the oasis back. We'll figure out how that works later. Oh, one more thing before we continue onward, because I know, you know how much I love wasting time. Do you have anything to say? It was caused by the coffee shop guys as them along. There's actually now 2 people here. We can head to Boyle Land if we want to, using a boat, or we can head to back to Pule Town. But we don't want to do that. We actually want to make progress in the game, and we will do just that right now. So let's head up to the Haruba Desert. We'll quickly make our way through there. It doesn't take too long to get to Hippowdon Temple. So we'll quickly go ahead, make our way there. I could see Skorupis, they're everywhere. I mean, there's more people I gotta talk to. They have new things to say, but really, it's not worth the time. So it's the he keeps getting sent up his nose, poor guy. So Fearow, you're new and exciting. You're also kind of a source of something that we want to use quickly. So let's go ahead and capture the Fearow. They're fairly quick. They shoot lots of tornadoes. So as far as the flying Pokemon go, they're actually fairly scary. Ow. You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and supercharge here. Let him do his thing. The problem is, doing a supercharge, you're almost guaranteed to let them drain their health back. So it's really good against bosses, because their health doesn't drain nearly as fast if it does at all. And they're really good against, I guess, Pokemon that you can get in one session, like one quick loop session. But otherwise, if you interrupt, if you don't want their health to drain, you might actually just want to not take a risk and just go with a single one charge. So that might be a thing. So it's a source of 3 cut. These are source of 1 cuts. So we're gonna go ahead and there's plenty of Fearow around here. We're basically there's a bunch of vines that we're gonna need to knock down. This one isn't as important, except for something that we might want to do at some point. But that Rhydon is trying to charge us. It's a Rhydon basically. We might need a 3 tackle for something, but I think we won't have to. It depends on something. I didn't have to during my practice file, so I'm not gonna bother capturing it. We've already captured a Rhydon, I believe, in Volcano Cave, so we don't have to worry about that now. There's another Rhydon there if you ever need it, though. I'm not sure if a quest ever asks for a Rhydon, but if it does, we know where it... Rude! Rude. Rude. Also rude. Also rude. You know what? I'm just playing... Okay, let's let him do his charge thing here, and let's go for it now. Go, 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 go. Not quite enough time. Okay. So as you can see, using the supercharge capture isn't almost worth it, because... it takes too long. So it's really debatable whether or not it's worth the time to use or not. That's really a user decision, I suppose. Skorupi? No? Skorupi? Please, stop. I can't reach. There we go. We're gonna cut this one though, because this one will actually be a source of a new Pokemon. And I believe it's a Pokemon we're actually going to need for a quest, but it's so close to the quest that I don't really think we need to deal with it now. It's basically this thing over here. It's a weird cactus that requires 2 tackle, but if you come close to it, it actually will attack you instead. So you don't actually need to use a 2 tackle on it. It'll actually reveal itself on its own accord, as opposed to the Pokemon who hide and pretend to be a tree or something like that. This one will actually actively seek you out and try to hurt you, so... interesting how that changes. No! And then see, they just run to your line when you try that hard. I don't know, I'm not sure how I feel about the supercharge capture. It's really broken against bosses, but against anything else, it's hard to say it's worth it. I'm tinkering with it now because I want to try to just experiment with it, but I don't know. So Cacturne is a Pokemon we are going to need for a quest, but I'm pretty sure the quest is given to you in the desert here. So this is really close anyway. It's not necessarily worth keeping. It's not really far out of the way. Pokemon like Skuntank that are pretty decently far out of the way, I mean, you have to go all the way to the oil field just to get a Skuntank, hardly seems worth it, but something like that, you know, it's really close to the desert. Not necessarily something I need to keep if it means giving up something like even if it means giving up a hard to get Pokemon like Arcanine or Torterra that I can't replace yet, or again, that I can't replace anytime soon, easily, basically is what I'm trying to say. Pokemon like that, you know, I can't just put back, you know, or I can't get back without having to go. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with charge captures. This isn't working very well because by the time I get a chance to do a loop too. He loses all his power, then I don't have time to finish him off anyway, because he attacks so fast, and he moves so fast that it's really hard to get. So, charge 1 captured, I don't think it really makes much of a difference. It might be slightly like less bonus experience, but I'm taking a lot of damage just trying to pull off charge 2 captures in time. It's, I don't know. It actually is a double-edged sword of sorts. There's pros and cons to... No, Arcanine, I don't wanna... No, Torterra, there. I want you on the vine, because this is actually the way to go to progress. So we head here to the vine, we cut the vine, so on and so forth. But basically I might get rid of the Cacturne, because Arcanine and a Burn 4 and a Tackle 4 are hard to come across right now, and I'm not sure if I need them in the future. Crush 4, easy enough, but I like Probopass, so screw that. Cacturne's easy enough to get, it's not gonna be a problem. Because I'm fairly sure Cacturne's one of those Pokemon you have to fetch for a quest, but it's not hard to get, as you can see. So we're here at another Sandstorm once again, but we're here at the Hippowdon Temple. We actually have one more task we need to take care of before we end up gaining access to the Hippowdon Temple here. So we'll go ahead and get the Hippowdon's assistance, and we'll be able to go from there. So he's ending his tour here. He's like, I'm not going to go rescue the Hippowdon. It's way too dangerous to get the Hippowdon. Luckily for us, we're rangers, not explorers, and we also kind of have to, because Keith is in peril, I suppose, and we need to go help him out. I mean, it is our mission to go save him, so we have no choice. We must capture Hippowdon to gain access to Hippowdon Temple. Speaking of which, welcome to Hippowdon Temple, which we need Hippowdon to access. A really cranky one. So, what do you know? We need to get a Hippowdon to get Hippowdon Temple. Well, ain't that just a hippo? Really, it is a hippo. That's what Hippowdon is. Get it? That was a terrible joke. I'm not gonna try. So there's a sandstorm brewing here, which, I mean, it's because Hippowdon's basically known for sandstorms. Staraptor here if you need it. Now you head down to the sand here. You notice your movement speed suddenly gets really slow. It's tough walking in the sand, but it gives you a little hint here. Doduo can get across the sand a lot easier, which might be necessary because this slow movement makes it really hard to get past all of these tornadoes. There's just tornadoes everywhere. If you hit them, by the way, you'll get sent back quite a bit and take 4 damage. So there's a Hippowdon in this giant mess, but we're actually going to want to get a Doduo first to make our life slightly easier at approaching it. Well, actually, there's the Hippowdon right there, because you can see he's surrounded by sandstorms. It's not necessarily easy to approach in time without getting hit by the sandstorms. So we want to corner this Doduo first and capture it. This allow us easier movement around the area here, which will be good. So let's go ahead and quickly capture this. So, wow, that was... I mean, it was a quadra capture. Probably gonna be easy, but I forgot that they're an easy Pokemon to get. We've gotten them a long time ago. So Doduo making a comeback though. Staraptor has been replacing it for so long. We barely got to use Doduo in the first place, but this time, as you can see, it allows us to move a lot faster on the sand here. So, with that in mind, dodge all the tornadoes, find Hippowdon, wait for an opening. Well, that's not gonna give me an opening. That rock was kind of hindering my ability to get an opening there. Alright, where'd he go? Holy crap, there's just tornadoes everywhere. Huh? Alright, where? Ow! Rude. There you are, you're mine! Rude. Come on, give me an opening. God damn it, this is hard even with the Doduo. Alright, well, let's keep trying until we get it. Come on, where are you? Little buddy, need you to get into a temple. Need you to help me save my friend. This is stupid! Those tornadoes are so hard to get... Oh my god, ow! Oh, there you are. Haha! And the tornadoes actually tell you where he goes! I never noticed that. Okay, well that explains it. So eventually you should be able to make your way in there. That was definitely by the power of invincibility frames, but that's okay. Charge your Styler up because he's kind of a tough cookie to crack. I'm gonna wait for these him to get in good position here though. He's gonna stomp the ground, now go! He takes a lot of health, but you can get a good chunk of capturing in here while you wait for him to do his attack. And then go again. This is one of those cases where Charge 2 is actually really helpful, because he's a tanky, slow Pokemon. Tanky, slow Pokemon's Charge 2 is really good. Faster Pokemon, you might really want the Charge 1, because it's a bit faster. So you might want to adapt your strategies depending on what you need to do. He is a really good, ooh, S-ranked it. Really good source of experience, though, and a source of a move called Sandfill, which will be our ticket to, I can't apparently release you. Well, I said I'd release the Cacturne if I needed to, so... Bye, Cacturne, nobody loves you. Or at least I don't right now. So, now that the Hippowdon is captured, all the sandstorms have abated, and we're now free to enter Hippowdon Temple. Really exciting. Before we do that, one last thing we want to do, though. We took a lot of damage there. Let's go ahead and just heal up quickly with a Magneton. We'll do that, we'll use Sandfill, we'll enter the temple, and in the next episode, guys, it's time to take on the Hippowdon Temple. A very interesting dungeon, quote-unquote. I mean, I use the term, you know how I kind of use the term in this game. They're kind of dungeon-esque sort of elements in the game, and we're going to take on one here, and find the yellow gem, defeat the Gem Guardian. And, well, Team Dimsum might be making a presence here as well, so we'll actually just go ahead and use Recharge from this menu. May as well. And then we'll have to get off the Doduo in order to use the Hippowdon, but that's okay. We will do just that. So, abandon Doduo. And then Hippowdon, help us out here. With Sandfill, it'll fill in the interest of the temple. And there we go. So, like I said, guys, next episode, Hippowdon Temple begins. The third and final gem awaits us, but what craziness awaits us in store inside this temple? Well, it's gonna be interesting, so we'll tackle that next time, guys. LuckySevenDX signing out. See you on the next episode of Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. Bye-bye. Just for funsies, just because I have a little bit extra time, I figured I'd go ahead and just quickly, a little post area, just quickly show off what the other villagers had to say in the village, just because there was actually a couple really funny quotes in these houses up here, and I figured I'd quickly just go show them off. So the old man up here, he thinks the horrible coffee is really popular in the big cities. No, it's just a guy at the Gigaremo being a silly face. The girl's happy because she can play outside now, but the one I just really want to show off because I thought this was funny is, you know, the lady who really didn't like laundry? She still has an excuse. Oh, there's no laundry because there's no water! Well, when we deal with the Oasis problem, we'll check back up on her and see if she has another excuse. So, no, you know, if there's a sandstorm outside, there's no water! Well, let's see what your excuse is now, lady. And apparently he's come to love the oily coffee. Too bad I destroyed the machine. So yeah, just figured I'd just throw this in at the end here, just a little, hey, here's what the other villagers had to say, because I think a little bit of flavor text is always really cool. So those are the ones I missed because I was a little concerned about time, but turns out I didn't need to be concerned after all. Anyways, see you guys for Hippowdon Temple next time. Bye-bye.